And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
On second down, here's Gibson again.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Off play action. It's Howell.
Sliding out of the pocket. Now on the run. He'll throw it back deep over the middle. And this one is incomplete.
Many times when a play breaks down and the quarterback's moving around outside of the pocket, you're thinking just get rid of something short. But a lot of guys are coached, think deep, take the big shot, hoping someone can get lost behind the secondary. They weren't able to connect on that one.
Howell, another throw on second down.
And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
That's complete. It's Collins.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
And now on 3rd down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first.
Out of the gun, Walker with it.
But he won't quite make it. He needed 6. He got about 5. 4th down.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance.
This is up and good from Pinheiro. That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg, but how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
From the 10. And able to get this out to the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell. That's out to the flat for Gibson. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
A give up the middle to Gibson.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Once more, Gibson.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Commanders get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead will shrink to 6.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half. As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Herbert's throw into the hands of Fant.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. From just shy of midfield, Herbert eluding the...
Herbert has it knocked free.
But I believe a Seahawk was able to get a handle on this, so this will remain Seattle ball. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
The good news, they kept the ball. Bad news, it's 3rd and long.
Now it's Herbert. Being chased out left.
That's into the hands of Parkinson, the tight end.
He will go out right near the 35-yard line. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Up the middle they run. It's Walker.
And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25.
Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And this one, a 41-yard attempt. The kick by Pinheiro is good. So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these 2 teams. As we get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach!
Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. By no means certainly are they out of this contest. Two-score game start of the third quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Back to throw. Howell. This pass complete to Melton.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now they go play action with Howell.
And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
Fourth down, Howell.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. 78 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On 1st down, right back to Gibson. Taken down at the 47-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Switch it, come on, switch it.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Howell. Flushed out right. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
The play fake, and now here's Howell to throw it.
He's got a man, complete. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 47 yards.
And the Commanders have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead is down to 2. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a 1-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a 1-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here. They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
The Commanders bringing out the nickel package on 3rd down. Here's Herbert. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Walker. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Inside 4 minutes to go, 3rd quarter. Herbert on 1st down now. This is the tight end Fant, finding space at the 40. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes, your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And he fights forward for a modest 2-yard gain, 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Herbert. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Buying time to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
And the Seahawks add a couple of extra DBs going with the dime look here.
Indeed, 6 on the field.
And Howe will throw it.
He's got a man, complete. 30, 10, 5, touchdown.
Terry McLaurin, 89 yards. And the Commanders have scored again in this 3rd quarter, this time to move out in front. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead is up to 5.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10.
And they work this well upfield across the 45.
85 yards rushing for him here as he starts to close in now on 1,200 yards for the season.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Again, it's Walker. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down.
3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the 50, here's Herbert. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. 5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
From the gun, it's Walker. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Up the middle, here's Walker.
And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4.
Back to throw here, Herbert. Open man there, it's Collins, complete. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 12-yard line.
12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Straight ahead, Walker.
He'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
Only about a yard there as he takes it from the 9 to the 8.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. A battle for it, and it's intercepted.
And the Commanders are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. So that, a definite deflator there on the interception.
Yeah, you work your way down the field, thinking you're in position for a go-ahead score. but all it takes is one errant throw, and this one winds up a turnover.
They'll start on the ground with Gibson.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
Howell now to throw it. Out left to Dotson.
So he stopped for no gain. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Going for it on 4th. Here's Howell.
And here is a leaping catch. He pulled it in. Well, they deemed it 4-down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first.
Now, all through this one, they've had nothing but success throwing the football and in the passing game. Here we are in the 4th quarter. The time you'd think they'd be running the football, they're still tossing it around and having great success. And it appears a whole lot of fun as well.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Straight ahead, Gibson.
And some room to maneuver. There he goes, right side. 20. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Antonio Gibson, his 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Commanders look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Now Blankenship on for the PAT.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Taken at the goal line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. 105 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Herbert.
Escaping the pressure right. This complete to Lockett.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down.
A gear for Walker running right.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays.
Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout.
And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break.
Back to Walker on first down.
And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. On second down, it's Walker on an excellent tackle there as they keep him inbounds and hold him to no gain. Call it no gain there, and now they're looking at a 3rd and 13. One last throw here for Herbert. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
And on 4th down, they come up and take the knee. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And, Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. Just have to do it a little bit better.